Hello, everyone. Welcome to week number 5 on the ISU Junior Grand Prix. I'm Ted Barton. Mark Hanratty will be joining me from his studio in Nottingham. We start day 1 here in Baku, Azerbaijan, a city of just over 2 million, and which was the attention of the world of sport just last week while hosting Formula One racing. And now it is the ISU Junior Grand Prix, and we begin with the men's short program. The favorites coming into this event have to be former junior world champion Minku Seo of Korea. He has already won the Junior Grand Prix and gathered 15 points, so another win or silver should be enough to get him to Nagoya. The other skater who's in a good position is Patrick Blackwell of the United States. He won a silver at 13 points in Bangkok and is ever so close to qualifying for his very first Junior Grand Prix final. He has all the skill to do it, but as always, surprises could come from the rest of the field. Now, just before we get started, we are happy to bring you the official opening welcome from the President of the International Skating Union, Jae Kim, and the Azerbaijan Minister of Sports and Youth. As we get started on day 1 here in Baku, enjoy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baku, Azerbaijan, as we see some beautiful scenery here and outside the main arena, and there is the arena hosting this event, this Junior Grand Prix number 5 on the ISU series. I'm Ted Barton. Mark Hanratty will be joining us later about the third group of the women, so I will be carrying the junior men's event and into the junior women's short program as well as we await the beginning of an official opening here by the president of the ISU, Jae Kim. As we wait for the opening to begin, just an update. We are in week 5. We'll move on to Gdansk, Poland next week, and we'll finally close out the Junior Grand Prix 2025.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, brave and talented skaters, and honorable judges, welcome to the ISU Figure Skating Junior Grand Prix Baku 2025. Dear ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Azerbaijan. Hürmetli hanımlar ve canablar, Azerbaycan Respublikası'nın devlet himni için ayağa kalkmanız xahiş olunur.
Sen
Dear ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of International Skating Union, Mr. Jael Kim, the Minister of Sports and Youth of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Mr. Farid Bayibov, and the President of Azerbaijan Winter Sports Federation, Mr. Fuat Nagir.
Dear skating family, dear skating friends, good afternoon. Salam hoş gelmişsiniz. On behalf of the International Skating Union, it is an honor to welcome you to the IS Figure Skating 2012. This marks the this event to be held in Azerbaijan, and we are truly delighted and celebrate this remarkable milestone together with our skating friends and family. I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to Ministry of Youth and Sports and Minister Farid Bayibov, and also the Azerbaijan Winter Sports Federation and President Fuat Nagir. State Tourism Agency, City of Baku, and Haydar Aliyev Sports and Concert Complex. Her unwavering efforts and warm hospitality. We also like to express our sincere gratitude to the officials, volunteers, and the ISU partners whose commitment makes this event very special and ensure a stage befitting its significance. My best wishes to all the skaters for exceptional performances, remarkable artistry, and genuine sponsorship. May your performance in Baku not only captivate the world of figure skating fans, but also leave you with unforgettable memories. Skate on together. Teşekkür ederim. Thank you.
Hürmetli beynəlxalq Bakı Sürmə Federasiyasının Prezidenti Cənab Kim, Azərbaycan Qış İdmançıları Federasiyasının Prezidenti Ömer Nağıyev, rəsmi şəxslər, millət vəkillərimizi salamlayıram. Xanımlar və cənablar, əziz idmançılar, hamınızı ilk dəfə keçirilən yeniyetmələr figürlü skating Grand Prix-sinə xoş gəlmişsiniz deyirəm. Ülkemizde bildiğiniz gibi müxtəlif beynəlxalq yarışlar keçirilir. Elə ötən həftə Formula 1 Grand Prix yarışları keçirildi. Biz digər multi-idman yarışlardan hazırlaşırıq hem də bu oyunlardan bilirsiniz ki, ilk dəfə olaraq bu oyunlar paytaxtdan kənarda ülkəmizin müxtəlif regionlarında keçəcək və müxtəlif idman növlərini əhatə edəcək. Ümumiyyətlə, dediyim ki, hər bir idman növ üzrə hər il beynəlxalq yarışlar keçirir. Növbəti ildə Bakı dünyanın idman paytaxtı seçilir və bu münasibətlə növbəti ildə də müxtəlif yarışlar keçiriləcək. Qış idman növləri üzrə də artıq yarışlara başlamışdır. Bu illəri biz bir neçə artıq beynəlxalq yarışlar keçirilmişdir və budur ilk dəfə biz figürlü kondisionə üzrə yarışlara start veririk. Bu dəfə yeniyetmələrdir, amma biz artıq Türkimlə danışdıq ki, bizim idmançılar da böyüdükcə biz növbəti illərdə böyüklər arasında dünya kubokları və digər böyük yarışları keçiriləcək. Bütün idmançıları mən salamlayıram, hamıya uğurlar arzu edirəm və yarışları rəsmi olaraq açıq elan edirəm.
That concludes the official speeches for the opening ceremonies. We are waiting for some cultural dance and event coming up in just a few moments. There'll be an ice resurfacing after that, and then we'll get started with the men's short program. And we have 22 entries before groups in the junior men's short program coming up after this next segment of our opening ceremony. Stay with us.
And rich culture, rich musical world of the land of fire. Here in Baku, tradition meets innovation. The rhythm of our dances, the melodies of Mugham, and the spirit of our people unite with the elegance of figure skating. Let's put our hands together and welcome our skaters, judges, and brave volunteers. Dear guests, today, let the ice reflect the colors, sounds, and soul of Azerbaijan. Dear ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and wish good luck to all of the skaters. Skate hard, dream big, and never give up. Thank you for your attention.
And that concludes the coverage of our special opening here in Baku, Azerbaijan. Up next will be the men's short program with 22 entries. That'll be followed a little bit later today with the women's short program. Mark Hanratty from his home in Nottingham will be joining me for that event later this evening. We'll take a short break during the ice resurfacing and we'll get started with week number 5 on the Junior Grand Prix here in Baku. Stay with us.
Lift them up high. If there is no hope, our imagination is high. And each moment of life is a fight. Music of soul. If there is no hope, let us fly through the wind to the trees. Welcome to Baku, Cuba. We're fighting you into your faith. We will stand in your open gates and we want to welcome all our friends. We are trying to reach our aims. And the history rights are amazing. We can't keep this up. Let's not complete this success. We are fighting you into your faith. We will stand in your open gates and we want to welcome all our friends. We are trying to reach our aims. And the history rights are amazing. We can't keep this up. Let's not complete this success. I'm a godless, I'm aspiring cover. All of your secrets, I want them. There's no stopping me now. I'm a liar, playing the game of desire. And I'm a leave survivors. Would you fall for me now? Just like Cleopatra, the army of lovers. I stand fire. I'm a Matahari. Matahari.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Baku. Welcome to the Haydar Aliyev Sports and Concerts Complex. Welcome to the ISU Junior Grand Prix of Figure Skating Baku 2025. This is an event of the International Skating Union and hosted by the Skating Federation of Azerbaijan Republic. In just a few moments, we will start the Junior Men Short Program. The following skaters may now take the ice for a 6 minutes warm-up.
Welcome everyone to Baku, Azerbaijan, day number 1 of competition. We've just witnessed a very cultural, beautiful opening ceremony, and they had a nice resurfacing after. We are finally getting the event going just about 15 minutes later than scheduled, as the first group of men take to the ice for this 6-minute warm-up. I'm Ted Barton. Mark Hanratty will be joining me a little bit later today during the women's event. He's unable to make today, so we will be doing this solo. We hope that you can send any of your questions or comments in to our personal social media. We are in week 5. Last week in Beijing, of course, for the Olympic qualifier skate to Milano. Oh, we begin to see the standings in the events leading up to Gdansk next week, and then Abu Dhabi will finish it out. And it starts to become a little bit more clear as to those skaters who will really have a shot at making the Junior Grand Prix final in Nagoya in early December. Still nothing really decided, but a number of skaters on the cusp, some who have been already able to accomplish enough points to qualify. And that would require 2 wins. That would be a guarantee as we take a look at the start order for the Junior Men's Short program. Now near the end of September, as we approach October, many of these skaters have really gotten into their season, more training, more conditioning perhaps, run their summer competitions, maybe even a fall competition or Junior Grand Prix a little earlier in the series. And I think we'll see, hopefully begin to see a little bit more consistent skating and throughout. And what we've seen in both the men and the women's is more depth in the middle of these groups as we take a look at the officials for this event. Of course, we always thank them for the time that they spend away from home and family and their work. Technical panel as well. And they have given up so much time for their love of the sport, and it's not easy to become official at an international level. Believe me, they go through a lot of stress and a lot of exams. And we thank them for their time. That will be the start order for group number 1. We will have 2 triple axel attempts, at least according to their planned program sheets, here in group number 1. And the triple axel, if clean, and if clean with the rest of the program, can be a difference maker in the junior men's category. We might see some quads later in the free program. But that triple axel in the short, if clean, can be a great asset for the skaters. And as we saw last week in Beijing, the Olympic qualifier, a number of those skaters were also competing in the Junior Grand Prix and will do another event. Some of them is the distance between juniors and seniors is now closing up a little bit from a technical perspective, but from a PC, from a performance perspective, still a little bit of a gap there. Of course, that takes a lot of time and maturity to reach that highest level of performance. But it was nice to see some Junior Grand Prix athletes there in Beijing. Last week, of course, in Baku, the world was watching as F1 race was here in Baku with Max Verstappen taking the title here. That was pretty exciting. The city was consumed by thousands, if not hundreds of thousands from around the world. Millions watching at home. Well, every time we move locations, the ice changes a bit. The skaters have reported they love this ice. It's fabulous, soft enough and yet hard enough, just the right temperature and thickness for jumping. Young coaches with young skaters. The next generation of coach and athlete starts on the Junior Grand Prix. As we see in beautiful triple Lutz, unfortunately single toe in warm-up. When you watch the practice days, it's amazing how good these athletes are. They don't always perform in competition, of course, because it is new to them. And just like we saw last week in Beijing, some excellent skaters, but under the pressure of that Olympic dream, just underperformed or felt the pressure. The same thing here. These skaters are very, very highly skilled, but in competition, it's a completely different beast. Skating internationally, perhaps for your first time representing your country, there's nothing quite like that feel. So quite often we don't see the very best in competition, but we do see it in practice. A lot of these athletes are really highly skilled.
Skaters, your warm-up has ended. Please leave
Here we
the
go
ice. Thank
as
you.
we start week 5 in Baku, Azerbaijan, the men's short program. And there is our first skater representing Sweden, getting final instructions from his coach. Final
Ladies
words
and
of
gentlemen,
encouragement.
representing
17
Sweden,
years old,
Albin
Albin
Samuelsson.
Samuelsson, first Junior Grand Prix season, but second event this fall. He was 13th in Riga week 1. He is Sweden's junior bronze medalist. He has a 52.50 personal best in the short. He would love to beat that here right now. So he takes to his starting location as we get started here in the men's short program. He'll skate to No One Must Ever Know. 17-year-old Albin Samuelsson from Sweden starts the junior men's short program here in Baku. And although he had on his program list the triple axel to start with, he doubled that, but the rest of the elements, jumping elements, were really nicely done. Good fast rotation position, spins maybe a little weak on that. Some work to be done in that area. Let's take a look inside the program here at some of the elements. And this is really a nice, watch him ride off the end of the edge here. The arms come back through with the free leg, and he just has to step out of that. It's a nice takeoff, but this was really well done. Triple Lutz straight back up over the pick, down on the knee, back up for the triple toe. And that was a beauty. You see the triple loop. Again, tight, fast rotation, no problem. Blade all the way around on the landing. Maybe stretch out the free leg a little bit, posture, things like that. Get that free leg up a little higher. This is the change camel spin at the end of the program. Comes in a level 3, so missing one feature there. And that flexibility is so important for these young men. There he is in the kiss and cry. Pretty good start, just an unfortunate step out of the double axel. That'll lose a few points off the GOE. Takes off a 1.04 points from the base value because of that step out. But the rest of the elements in the positive GOEs, nice 10.5 points for that jump combination. It was a beauty. Just 17, lots of time to continue to develop the technical skills, spins and steps and jumps, obviously, but also a connection with the music. Skating to Jekyll and Hyde. It's a very powerful piece of music. As we take a look at the scores, short program scores for Albin Samuelsson of Sweden.
Albin Samuelsson has earned the short program.
Season's best, 57.63. That is a nice step up for Albin, and that, of course, he's the first skater out. How long will that number last? But he looks pretty happy with that score as he adds 5 points to his previous personal best.
Next skater, Matvey Sokolov from Israel.
Our next skater representing Israel, Matvey Sokolov, 17 years old. And he does not have a triple axel plan in the short program, but he will open up with a triple Lutz double toe combination. And he'll skate the short program to Grande Amour.
So
17-year-old Matvey Sokolov from Israel finishes his short program here. Skater number 2 in this event. A pretty strong outing. We don't have a personal best from him. First time out on the Junior Grand Prix. And he rotates pretty fast. Spins a little bit slow. Of course, on the combination, he will lose that second jump. And he had to step out. And even though he did the second jump, it doesn't count if the other foot goes down. So let's take a look here. Here's the triple Lutz, tight and fast, but on a lean. And that forced him to have to step out of that jump. He does the double toe, but no good anyways. The triple loop, watch how tight he is in the air. Feet nice and tight, fast rotation, everyone going for that. So important, those multi-rotational jumps. So we see the entrance to the flying sit spin. That is in at level 2. So missing 2 features there. He's pushing to get that low, but only 1.5 revolutions really in that position. Double axe a little bit later. Refinement needed perhaps. A little bit better posture, pointed toes, stretch free legs, those types of things that we mention all the time. So important for positive GOEs. And 2, 3, 4 out of the 7 elements in this program are in the minus GOE, so losing some points on the quality of the element. And he will establish his ISU Junior Grand Prix scores now. This will be his best score.
The scores, please.
And this is where they really find out what their skating internationally is from a point perspective, but also in comparison to other skaters from around the world who they probably have never seen or competed with or even practiced with. So it's always a good experience for these young skaters. It's all a new world, that's for sure. As we take a look at the score, 42.30 for Matvey, that will put him currently into second place. And shaking his head a little bit, wants more, but taking a look at the rest of the field, watching him practice, you start to find out what it is others do that you don't do, and this is how you begin to set your next set of goals. All part of the process. Our next competitor represents Austria. Maxim Petrochenko, 18 years old, junior Austrian silver medalist. He was 9th in Varese in week 3 on this year's Junior Grand Prix. He's going to skate the short program to The Scientist by Coldplay.
Tell you I'm sorry if you don't know how love
From Austria, Maxim Petrochenko, 18 years old. That was a nice program. Had some feeling connected to the music. Great last spin. Difficult entry and exit.
Austria.
Nice piece of music. And he had a little bit of feeling to it. Here's a look at the triple Lutz. Nice flow up into the triple toe loop. Touchdown with the free foot, and it's on the quarter for the triple toe loop, so lose a little bit off the base value. There's the triple loop. That was nice, except for the hand goes down, breaks at the waist. A nice camel spin. I took this as a replay because you see that's an example. There's a change of edge right there, which is a feature. Really nice camel spin. That's what a junior man, that's a very good camel spin for a junior man. Jumps over to the back camel, keeps the speed the same, turned out toe, stretch free leg above his hip. Really, really nice. Change camel spin into the level 4 with a plus GOE. So earning some good points on that one spin. We always talk about the jumps, but the spins have points to them, and you need them if you want to be at the top. Here's a bit of a twizzle coming into stepping up at the double axle. That looked okay. He's got it. No problem. What happens right here? Just a little hop. Misses the toe pick. Hands go down in order to prevent himself from a fall, but it's counted as a fall. So he loses a point off that. And there's the difficult entry into that sit spin. Nice stretched free leg. And here's a jump, which is a feature in the middle of it, and a good jump at that. And then an Arabian as an exit. Nice job. His personal best is 55.04. We'll see how close he comes to that, pardon me. It is a new season's best at 56.44, as Maxime is second in the short program so far early on in the competition. But good job. Other than that one fall, he would have been in first place. That was kind of a trip. Went in as a fall there. Too much weight on his hands to support himself. Our next skater is 13 years old, Felix Hauyu-Zen from Germany. First Junior Grand Prix event, really new to the international scene. He's coached by 2000 Junior World Champion, 2004 World Bronze Medalist Stefan Lindemann. And he will skate the short program here in Baku to Danse Macabre. Takeoffs, he really lifts way up in the air, then quickly transfers into rotation position really nicely. Obviously, early on in his junior development, some refinement to be done, posture, stretch, free legs, hands, pointed toes. Those type of details aren't that important to these young men when they first start out. They just want to get the jump done, which he did for the most part. As we take a look here, triple toe, and lifts way up in the air high, gets all the way around, but unfortunately not right on top of his blade. But great lift in his jumps. Double axel, see how he lifts way up? That was good. And this flying Sitzman again has great lift straight up. Flying Sitzman comes in at a level 3. So missing one of the features, there's the feature right there. Missing one out of the 4 possible features of difficulty to max those points out. Here, a little bit later in the program, triple loop. And nicely done. Just you can see the landing positions, the arms down a little bit, the free leg not quite stretched. Those small little details add to the GOE, the quality, and therefore he would be adding points. But overall, for this young man, 13, great start.
The scores, please.
The short program scores for Felix, 51.50, and that will put him currently into 3rd place. And Stefan Lindemann going, that's okay, not bad, good start. Just 13, bags of talent, lots to work on, no question, but a good start.
Aurelian Chervet from Switzerland.
Our next skater represents Switzerland, Aurelian Chervet. 18 years old, 3rd Junior Grand Prix season, very scholastic young man working towards graduating in physics and applications in mathematics and bilingual learning environment. And he's going to skate his short program here in Baku to Radioactive.
We
What a nice program by
Aurélien
Chevet
Chevet
from Switzerland. Wow, this young man has all the skills, particularly his PCs. They're going to be in the mid sixes, which is significantly higher than, a whole point higher than the leader at the moment. So that was terrific. Good jumping skills, really nice skating skills, multi-directional skating, pretty good depth of edge. Went for the triple axel. He took a fall on that, but went for it. That's a good start here in juniors. And he looks to have a lot of skill. He's not a big jumper, doesn't get a lot of air time, but he's very efficient. As we see right here, let's slow this right down the triple axel. You can see he gets on a lean in the air outside that circle and can't get his weight right over top of the landing foot. Has to take the fall there. There's the triple toe loop. Reloads, second triple toe all the way around. Little inside edge on that landing, but not a big deal. Traveling 3 turns into that fast camel. There's a change of edge feature. The jump over keeps pretty good speed on that backside. And that change camel comes at a level 4 with a plus GOE. So he's doing really well in the spins and the jumps. And the connection with the music. There's the flying sit spin right at the end of the program. It comes in level 3. So missing 2 levels on 2 of the spins. So leaves a little bit of points on the table, which I'm sure he's very capable of. Maybe just a little short here on this day. But overall, really good. He has a 61.72 personal best. And that would take the lead easily here, but we'll see what this score is going to be here in Baku. 61.73, and that is first. Nice job. He takes over the lead by about just over 4 points.
The following skaters will now take ice for a 6 minutes warm-up. Ryota Mori, Japan. Mehmet Kakalikli, Turkey. Denis Kroglov, Belgium. Vladislav Churakov.
So we get introduced to group number 2 as we take a look at the start order for this group. 5 skaters. And as I don't have Mark here with me today until a little bit later, I'm not going to ramble on nothing. So I'm going to take a short break during these warm-ups, come back with about a minute left. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Gentlemen, there is 1 minute left in this warm-up.
Well, as we approach a minute, or as we're now in the final minute of warm-up for group number 2, so a nice triple axel in this group, I believe by Mehmet. And so we'll see how many. Let's just take a look here. Well, our first skater, Ryoto Mori from Japan, will be trying triple axel. And that from Karlicki from Turkey will try triple axel. Denis Kugalov will as well. Vladislav will not. And Oscar Eliver from Poland will not. So first 3 skaters in this group will be trying triple axel. And it could be sort of a defining element if the rest of the program is skated clean as well. As we get started here with group number 2, our first competitor represents Japan. And all those Japanese skaters have such wonderful skating skills, which boost their scores in the PCs. You can see him just calm down, keep your breath down, slow your heart rate down right there. With great coaching, steady him, and then send him out. 15-year-old Ryoto Mori from Japan, first Junior Grand Prix season. This is his second event this fall. He was 4th in Riga in week 1. He has a 74.39 personal best in that event, so that's a big score. He'd love to have that here as well. As he'll skate the short program, Terrain in Your Black Eyes by Izio Basso. Fifteen-year-old Ryoto Mori from Japan.
Ryoto Mori, Japan.
And you can see his skating skills, lots of little transitions, body transitions and skating transitions from element to element. He just does not go straight up and down the ice and jump or spin. He has a lot more connecting steps. We see that in that program. However, he did break at the waist on the first two elements, good elements. Triple axel looks solid. Triple S, triple toe loop. Hands go down, reducing his score, really taking 2 points, more than 2 points off his base value of the first two elements. So although he gained in the difficulty of those elements, he also lost in the quality. So it's always a bit of a gamble, a bit of a risk. Let's take a look here. Here's the triple axel, great speed coming in, looked good in the air, too far forward and puts that hand down. Judges are required, they have to, there's no choice to reduce. There's the triple Lutz, that looked great. Beautiful distance, wonderful height. Lifts up into the triple toe loop on a lean and the hand goes down again. So dropping some points on both those beautiful elements. Just a leaning problem causing him not to be able to land perfect. There's the triple loop. That was no problem. That was solid. Then the flying spin at the end of the program comes in at level 4. His 2 out of the 3 spins are level 4 and 1 is a level 3. So I don't think he's going to reach his personal best score at 74.39, but he has enough other skills in his skating to take the lead here, I think. Great speed. He's aggressive and powerful. Just those mistakes on those first two elements were costly.
The scores, please. Here the money Japan has earned in the short program.
He earns a 70.65 for Ryuto Mori of Japan. As I said, that will put him into first place. He falls about 4 points short of his personal best, but still overall a good score here in Baku.
Next to skate, representing Turkey.
Our next skater represents Turkey, Mehmet Senke Karlecki, 18 years old, second junior Grand Prix season, competing in his home country. In week 3, Mehmet placed 10th. He was ranked 4th in junior last year at Nationals. He has a 50.75 personal best in the short program, and he'll skate to take me out.
Mehmet Çinkay,
Mehmet
Turkey.
Kurliki from Turkey. Wow, that's going to be a very disappointing program. This young man skated so well in warm-up, the most beautiful triple axel. He can do all these elements, and he's got kind of a hard rock approach to the short program. It's pretty cool. But on this day, I don't know whether you call it, silly mistakes or sloppy or unfortunate or just bad luck. I don't know, but you want a skater like this to be able to show everything that they can do because he's that good. But here's the triple axel. He shoves that takeoff and gets on a lean outside the circle. But in the warm-up, it was absolutely beautiful. But in competition, you get a little bit anxious and you start to shove things, use too much strength and not enough technique. Here we take a look at the triple flip. And that looked pretty good. Gets the leg back a little bit late to get up on the triple toe loop, and that is under-rotated on the triple toe. Free leg need to get back there quicker. Now, really nice camel spin here. Then he goes to this variation for a feature, slows it down, big circles for rotation, travels a bit. So that was a bit of a struggle. Here's the triple loop. And that was nice and straight in the air. Well done. But on the steps, right here, catches his toe pick, and takes a fall on the element, so that's a big reduction as well. He has 2 falls. And I think what you're going to see is even with his personal best score is 50.75. Now his score on this may not come so far away from that. He's got a lot of good skills. If he ever puts it all together in big competition, then this score that you're about to see will be probably a good 10 points higher. Really good, but a rough day.
Scores, please.
Really like this young man's skating skills. He just wanted to skate it in competition, 48.73, and that would have been in the mid to high 50s. Without those mistakes, that'll put him currently into 6th place. Don't give up. You have the skills. You're on your way, but you've got to learn how to compete, and that's one of the hardest skills to learn in this sport. Our next competitor represents Belgium, Denis Kogalov, 15 years old. 2nd Junior Grand Prix season. He is the Belgium Junior Champion. He placed 22nd at Junior Worlds last year. He's coached by Leslie Stewart and Tom Dixon. Let's skate the show program to Backstage Romance. Well, an outstanding clean program by Denis Kugelov of Belgium. That was fantastic. Great jumping, good spinning, losing a little bit of energy at the end of the program, but he put it all out there. Wow, what an opening triple axel with a plus 1.26 GOE. So he grabs 9.26 points off that first element, adding because the quality was just superb on this day. Let's take a look inside the program here. Here it is. Watch the arms and free legs kick right through, straight up in the air, nice and straight and tight. Fast rotation. Jump combination coming down the ice, good speed going in. Triple Lutz gets the free leg back right away, up into the air. Perfectly clean combination. Little knee slide coming in this triple loop, so difficult entry. Nice and straight, soft knees. Wow, all three jumping passes just superb. There's the flying sit spin at the end of the program. That's in a level 4. The minus, you can see him traveling here. So as he moves across the ice, that was a reduction in the quality. So they took away 0.26. But overall, a great performance. And the mid 6s for PCs as well. You're looking at your new leader here. That was maybe his season's best. Well, it is his season's best because it's going to top that score by a lot. Oh, what a great job. That's exciting. Hopefully he can hang in there all the way through the free program and do the same. He looks pretty happy sitting in that kiss and cry. He hopes that these numbers reflect what he feels he did. Now his personal best 63.09. And this is 10 points higher with a 73.75, and that puts him first. Even he's going, wow, that's a good score. Well, young man, you deserve it, no question. That was a brilliant program. Well done. Keep that confidence. Our next skater representing Estonia, Vladislav Chirikov, 16 years old. This is he was 26 at Junior Worlds last year, and it is in his first Junior Grand Prix season in Varese. He was 18th. Is a 58.31 personal best. This season's best is a 48.12. Well, there is one young
Ladies
happy
and
man.
gentlemen,
What a great
it's
program.
Ceremonial.
So much energy, both in the music and in the choreography, as he lays down a pretty good program here. And his season's best 48 points. He's going to beat that by quite a bit here, I think. But you can see his joy at the end. And you can always read the body language of the skater, what they feel about their program, regardless of what the score is going to be. Here we take a look at the double axe. He does that bracket before, steps way up in the air, nice and straight and tight, good extension, wonderful posture. That's the type of quality we're talking about that is very effective in juniors. Here's the triple Lutz, back outside edge, straight in the air, nice. Up into a double toe loop. The Lutz was, no, it's the loop right here coming up, that difficult entry right here. This is going to be on the quarter. Watch the landing right there. You can see the blade just turn around. Then he does a little choreographic move to cover up the miss. But it wasn't missed. And then the change combination spin at the end of the program, that is a level 3, so he's just missing one of the features there. But wonderful energy and performance. His PC scores, composition is 6, performance is 6.17, skating skills 5.54. You can see the difference between his skating skills and his performance skills. But overall, it's going to be a pretty good score here.
The scores, please.
He's a passionate skater. You can see that in his skating, and you can see that at the end of the program and in his eyes right now as he zeroes in on those scores. 55.90. It is his season's best. It was up higher than that when the scoring started, but they took some reviews, looked at some reviews, and had to reduce some of the scores. That'll put him currently into 6th place. Good skater, wonderful performer. Much more to come.
Next is skate.
Our next skater represents Poland's 16-year-old Oscar Oliver, second Junior Grand Prix season. He's Poland's junior champion. He was 41st at the Junior World Championships last season. He's coached by Angelina Turenko. 52.10 personal best in the short from last season in Gdansk. And he'll skate to that wonderful piece of music, Come Together, by the Beatles. 16-year-old Oscar Oliver from Poland.
Oscar Oliver.
I think a good program for him. He skated, connected with the music extremely well and executed the elements nicely as well. What we're going to take a look at, what I want you to pay attention to, is the arms and the hands, because when we talk about refinement in juniors, it's the small details. It's not the double axel or the triple lutz, those things. Yeah, we can see whether those are done or not. It's the small details that need to be cleaned up to compete at the top level. You can see him getting ready to the music right off the top. Let's take a look. Here's the triple lutz, fast in rotation, little hesitation on the landing, but he pushes himself up and then does a little jump on the back landing net just to make sure he doesn't go down. Double axel, and that was nice. Watch the hands. That's okay, not too bad there. And here's the camel spin. He's watch him change edge right here. He just flips this to forward. Does he get two going forward, or is it just right on that's a hard call, I'm not sure. It's into the level 2, so he probably didn't get that feature. The jump over to the back camel, and then it begins to slow down quite a bit. And here's the triple loop. And that was nice. You can just see the posture in the hands, just a small detail here. You see the hands hanging down a little bit off the arm. It's a very small detail. It's not what juniors would be focusing on necessarily now, but it's the type of small detail that does matter if you're going to be at the top of juniors and as you move into senior. And it's hard because you don't see it as a skater. You don't watch your hands. And they just feel, well, they're there. But it's those small details that people see versus what a skater feels.
The scores, please.
Take a look at the scores for Oscar. Good, strong performance for him.
Oscar
52.10 is his personal best. This is 54.27, so you can see him go, oh, okay, that's pretty good. It's not bad at all. That'll put him currently into 7th place. Nice. Lots of energy, lots of connection with the music, good jumping. Just tidy up some of those small little details. It'll really help you out. So 2 groups of 4 now have gone in the men's short programs. We take a look at the standings. Dennis Kugelov from Belgium. What a great program he had. Yoto Mori of Japan in 2nd. And Aurélien Chevet from Switzerland, currently in 3rd place. And a look at the rest of the field. 2 more groups to come. We'll take a short break during the ice resurfacing. You're watching live coverage of week number 5 on the ISU Junior Grand Prix from Baku, Azerbaijan. Stay with us. We'll be back. Welcome to Bangkok and Mark and Ted's must-watch moments. It's been a really exciting competition, some brilliant skating. Mark, what about the ice dance?
The must-watch moment in the ice dance competition goes to America's Hannah Maria Aboyan and Daniela Breselukin. Their Vogue rhythm dance was followed up by a Goddess of Victory Nike-inspired free dance. And they are hoping now with the win here to follow in the footsteps of their training mates Noemi Maria Tale and Noah Lapornara, who won gold at the Junior Grand Prix final and Junior World Championships last year. What about the women's event, Ted?
Mark, in the women, Mao Shimada of Japan once again takes the title here with brilliant skating. She did make 2 mistakes at the top of the program, but all the rest of her quality of skating makes her the very best in the world 3 times in a row, maybe 4, coming this season. Mark, what about the pairs?
The pair's must-watch moment goes to the champions from China, Rui Guo and Yiwen Zhang, who caused lots of excitement following their silver medal placement in Ankara 2 weeks ago, and they followed that up with the title in Bangkok and another wonderful quadruple twist.
In the men's event, Ryo Nakata of Japan, skating to Gladiator, lands 2 quads and his triple axels, dominated this event as he takes the title here and a trip to Nagoya for the Junior Grand Prix final.
My must-watch moment from the women's event has to go to Korea's Jeong-yul Hwang. She was competing in her 3rd series on the Junior Grand Prix, having never won a medal before, and the reaction that she and her coach Jin Seo Kim had to that bronze medal was just so endearing and gives us such A brilliant insight into what this means to the skaters and their teams.
My must-watch moment from Bangkok comes in the women's category. There were 36 entries, and the 36th skater in this event, Cisa Suyana Diaz Bermudez, is from Ecuador. She does not have coaches. She skates in Quito, her hometown, and works with coaches online from Mexico. Does not often get to see them in person. She skated to her music from her country and costumes related to her heritage. This was a special moment for her, and she was even injured on her way to get here, but she was so determined to represent her country on the Junior Grand Prix, and we see here the expansion of skating around the world. It's a special moment. Here in Bangkok with the men's champion Ryo Nakata of Japan, the world junior champion last season, two titles here this year on the Junior Grand Prix. Ryo, congratulations first of all. And I wanted to ask you, are you a different skater or a different competitor now than you were last year? And if so, what is the difference?
Last year, my goal was to win in the final and the junior worlds, and I couldn't win the final. Then I came strong back for the junior worlds. So this year I wanted to stay strong the whole season, keep going up, and I want to enjoy where I go and skate.
Yeah, well, you've done a fantastic job so far, and I know a lot of young skaters out there watching this interview perhaps look up to you and want to follow your career. And looking forward toward this year, now you've got two quads and you've got your triple axles. Is there anything between now and Junior Worlds coming a little bit later, or the Junior Grand Prix final in Nagoya? Is there anything that you're going to add or change?
For my final, I want to do 3 quads and 2 triple axles, and it's going to be in Japan, Grand Prix final. So I want to enjoy, and who supports me, I want to make them happy.
Now, does skating in Japan add more pressure for you?
Yes.
That's an honest answer. Yeah, well, that I'm sure it does, and everybody's going to be there cheering for you, no question. Now, I saw 2 brothers, your mom and your dad here.
Yes.
How special is the support that they give you as an athlete, especially your little brothers?
My family been supporting me from when I was young skating, and my brother was coming to skating always to watch me. So I want to say thank you to them, and my brother's skating, so it's my turn to support them.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. You have a wonderful family. You're a fabulous skater, and you're going to be an inspiration to the next generation, but you've still got a long time in your career.
Yeah.
Champion here in Bangkok, Ryo Nakata of Japan.
Thank you.
following skaters will now take the ice for a 6 minutes warm-up. Diane Mikhailov, Bulgaria; Caleb Farrington, the USA; Patrick Blackwell, the USA; Rinku Suo, Korea; Jakub Tikan, Czech Republic; Sylvain Ritchie, France.
Welcome back, everyone, to Baku, week number 5 of the Junior Grand Prix. I'm Ted Barton. Mark Hanratty will be joining me later this evening around 7 o'clock local time here in Baku during the women's event. He was unable to make the men's event, but he'll be joining for the rest, and I'll make him work really hard as he joins me a little bit later this evening. But just an interesting fact here in Baku, I haven't really seen anything because we're always in any city, because we're always at the rink or the hotel. So as much as it is, wow, you go all over the world, it must be cool to see. No, we really don't see, well, we see hotels and we see rinks, so that's cool. But we do not see a lot. It's not often you get to go there. And we saw a nice tourism video on the break of Azerbaijan. It is a beautiful, beautiful part of the world, and really worth to come here to take a look and learn about the culture and about its history. The history is massive. I mean, when you're from North America, our history is nothing. We really don't have much of a history, a couple hundred years, but when you come to this part of the world, the history is so long. And you see beautiful triple Lutz there. We watch the warm-up. So it's a fascinating city. It's called the City of Winds because it's known for heavy, heavy winds off the Caspian Sea. So not good for paddleboarding or anything like that. Probably is, but there is a lot of wind here. But it's been a host of many sporting events, as I mentioned off our opening Formula One, F1 racing last week here in Baku. As we entered the airport, it's a beautiful triple axle right there. As we entered the airport, you could see all the signs, and the city was consumed with racers and television and production from all over the world following F1, which I believe has been here since 2017, that F1 race. And many multi-sport games as well. Another triple axle just whipped off like it was nothing. But Minko Seo of Korea, World Junior Champion in 2023, silver medalist, the World 2024, or have I got that wrong? 2024, then 2025. So, highly skilled skater, no question. Yet at that point. But now we're in week 5, and so these skaters are in better shape, more prepared for these events. So we should see a little bit more consistent skating, which we have done in the first 2 groups. There have been some really solid technical skating, so that's good. And of course, next week in Gdansk, it is the biggest and longest competition of the year for us. Pretty much 15-hour days, because we've got pairs, dance, men's, women's, but huge entries into those categories. So those are very, very long days. Mark will be joining me here, or there in Gdansk. We'll also move on to Abu Dhabi after that to close out the Junior Grand Prix Series. We'll move on to Nagoya in early December to cover the Junior and Senior Grand Prix final. But next week will be a real battle for those fighting for those spots, and then there are a few spots will be left open, and some skaters coming in with some, 13 or 15 points into Abu Dhabi, they'll secure their spots there. But it'll be next week will be the big competition, the longest of the season.
First to skate.
Our first competitor representing Bulgaria, 16-year-old Dayan Mihailov. He's the Bulgarian junior champion, placed 33rd at the Junior Worlds last year. He's coached by Andrew Lotai. He'll skate the short program today to the Path of Silence. From Belgium, 16-year-old Dayan Mihailov finishes his short program here in Baku, and a pretty strong program at that. 7 elements, 2 are under review. 1 for the triple combination, looking at the rotation and the last spin as well. But overall, pretty solid performance. He has a 55.98 personal best. Let's see how close he comes to that. Eyes focused firmly at the top of the program. We take a look here at the double axel. Good gliding edge into and out of that element. Here's the triple loop. Sets it up really nice. He's straight and strong. Look how straight he is in the air. Right on top of the blade. Always a little bit between the middle to forward part of the blade, not so far into the picks. There's the triple Lutz, solid. Gets the free leg back, pushes up into the triple toe loop. He touches down with the free leg, and they call quarter landing on the triple toe. So he'll lose a little bit off the GUE on that. Out of the 7 elements, 3 elements in the minuses, 4 are in the pluses. Adding points on 4 and losing them on 3. Just depends on how much is to whether you win out or not. there's that spin, just traveling near the end of the program. And that came into level 2. So and same thing with the change camel spin. So he's lost points, level 2 on the camel, level 2 on the combination spin, and level 2 on the step sequence, and level 3 on the flying sit spin. So certainly some points to be earned if those spins can be better. And we know that in junior, generally speaking, not always, generally speaking, the men are stronger in the jumps than they are in the spins to begin with.
Deanne Mihalov, Bulgaria, has earned the short program
53 points.
total points.
That'll put Dan currently into 8th place. Small details of those spins will add a lot to that base score.
Next skater.
So many details to learn in a career as we take a look at our next competitor. Representing the United States of America, Caleb Farrington, 17 years old. This is Caleb's first Junior Grand Prix season. He was recently 7th at the Cranberry Open. He's coached by Olga Makarov. Year-old Caleb Farrington from the United States of America, and that was an example of very high level quality for a junior skater. Wonderful speed, excellent skating skills, beautiful positions both with free legs, arms, hands, posture, you name it. We'll take a look at that in the program. This was a very high level quality for juniors. Take a look. Here's the double axel. Great ride off that edge. Look at the speed on the landing. Stretch free leg. And great difficult entry into the triple loop. See the free leg stretch, toes pointed, arms up, shoulder level. Change combo spin at level 4. Nice, tidy, unique exit, difficult entrance or exit. There's the triple lutz, triple toe loop, beautiful. That's in at a plus 1.18. Look at the speed, and look at that beautiful line on that spin. Forward outside edge feature, that was clear. Wonderful speed through that first camel, and great at back camel as well. And then that flying sit spin, just level 3 with that, so missing one of the features on that. But other spins were level 4, all plus GOEs throughout the program. Yeah, that was really nice. Great debut. 70.83 for Caleb Farrington from the United States. That will put him currently into second place. Certainly close scores. So we take a look there, 73, 70, and 70. So he's in the mix for the last group. We'll see.
Representing the United States of America, Patrick Blackwell.
Our next competitor also represents the United States, Patrick Blackwell. And he has already got 13 points with a silver medal from Thailand a little earlier on the Junior Grand Prix. And he wants so badly to qualify for the Junior Grand Prix final, he'll need a great short right now. Patrick Blackwell, 17 years old from the United States. Skates a clean program, struggled a little bit with the jump combination, but energy all the way from the first note to the last. Completely focused, and you could see on his face, doesn't want to make a mistake, wants to take this opportunity to earn his way to Nagoya, the Junior Grand Prix final. He's got to lay down 2 solid performances. One is already done here in the short. Great energy, an exciting skater. Lots of room for quality improvement, like every skater, junior or senior, doesn't matter. But from a technical perspective and connection to the music, that's already there. Let's take a look at some of the elements. Here's the triple axel. Watch him quickly roll into that rotation position. Great height, great distance in the air. Solid, fast landing. Superb. Difficult entrance, well, difficult steps coming into the triple loop. was nicely held on the landing. Here was more of a struggle. Here's the triple Lutz, a little bit back, gets the free leg back quick enough though, and on a lean, gets that free leg out just to save himself. Doesn't have to step out of it or take the fall. But that element goes in at a minus 0.34. So loses a little bit there. There's that raspberry twist right in the steps. His personal best is 74.23, and he might come pretty close to that. I don't know how I got that one again, but I did. And there's the flying sit spinner at the end of the program. Just a level 3, so missing one of the features. Difficult entry, 8. Maybe he didn't get the 8 or the difficult exit. But really solid performance for Patrick Blackwell.
The scores, please.
And he will skate just in front of the former world champion. That's the season's best, 75.86. So he's improving every time out as he takes the lead here in Baku in the short program. But the next skater, former world junior champion and world junior silver medalist back-to-back years. There he is from Korea, 17-year-old Minku Seo. He won the first Junior Grand Prix this year in Ankara. Gold at Junior Worlds in 24, silver in 25, and second in Junior Grand Prix final last year. He'll skate the short program to try to take the lead from Patrick Blackwell to Zardes. '17-year-old Minku Seo from Korea lays down a clean program up against Patrick Blackwell, who just skated in front of him and has the lead currently. As we start to compare here the two triple axels, Patrick with a 10.40. Actually, the same thing with Minku. Get the same score, so quality elements. But in the PC scores, Minku is a little higher, no, quite a bit higher, by almost a point, and that'll be the difference there. That refinement, that small details, pointed toes, stretch back, quality of skating skills, I would say, as well, will be the difference here, because technically, they both laid down a nice, tidy, clean program. Here's a look at the triple axel. Great speed off the running edge. Look at the speed across the ice. Holds the landing, glides out of that beautifully. Triple loop. He worked pretty hard. He was a little bit outside the circle, but he just stayed straight and strong. Got the free leg back in time. And here's a nice stretch free leg. Good quality spin. Heel move, that's a feature. Nicely centered and fast spin. So this was probably a little higher than Patrick's in that. And here is the triple flip. Look at the lean, but he just stays with it. It's patient, keeps the back strong, gets the free leg back, goes up into the triple toe loop, gets it done. Really able to hold himself when things start to go off just a little bit. They stay at just a little bit. He doesn't break his body and let it become a bigger problem. Wow, great job. Two excellent skaters back to back. Let's take a look at the short program score. It's an 82.67, season's best. Wow, that's a great score. That's a good 7 points in front of Patrick, both with clean programs. That was exciting.
Next is
Nice job.
representing Czech Republic.
Our next skater represents Czechia, 15-year-old Jakub Tekal. Second Junior Grand Prix season, second event this year, placing 16th in Varese in week number 3. Skating to Nothing Else Matters. Fifteen-year-old Jakub Tekal of Czechia, finishing his short program here in Baku, taking a fall in the jump combination. First element in the program, that is really unfortunate. The rest of the program was pretty solid. The out of the 7 elements, 4 are currently under review by the technical panel. 3 of them being spins, so probably just checking rotations on that. We'll take a look. Here is the first element. There's the triple lutz. Oh, just slips right off the edge there. Double axel here, no problem. That was lovely. Good position in the air. Nice position on the landings as well. There's that triple loop. Gets the free leg back. Somewhat pointed toe, straight back. Nice quality. And there's this knee slide into an Arabian. Coming around, sort of a back loop right into his spin. Nice camel spin, good speed, change of edge right there. That's the feature. And toe Arabian to the back one, losing a little bit of balance there. Grabs the blade, takes great flexibility and strength to get that position. And that was in a level 3. All of the spins, 3 of them, are all in at level 3. So missing one feature, giving up some points on those degree of difficulty. Out of the 7 elements, 2 of them are in the minuses, the rest are in the pluses. So adding points will outweigh losing points in this case. Waiting anxiously for those scores. He has a 56.50. Personal best, 54.59 is the season's best, and he's going to probably draw short of that because of that fall of that first element. It's a 48.87. That'll put him currently into 13th place.
Which currently brings him to the 13th place.
Our next skater represents France, 18-year-old Sylvain Ricci. Virtually no competitive record on our bio. He's coached and choreographed by Benoit Bayard. We'll skate the short program to a very familiar piece through time. The great piece, My Way, by Frank Sinatra.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway,
Sylvain Ritchie from France, 18 years old, finishes his short program here in Baku. Maybe looked a little bit nervous at the top of the program. He's got really good skating skills. Once that step sequence came in, you could start to see him sort of gain momentum and depth of edge. But I think the pockets on his pants became a little bit distraction because he couldn't, once he uses it here as that part of the program, if you will. There's the triple lutz on a lean, has to step out, does a double toe, won't count. And here's the triple loop, a little bit outside the circle, you can see that. Upper body, shoulders rotated too far, didn't check out early enough. And here the double axel is a little bit later. And the hands just sort of hang down a little bit. Just a little bit more refinement and detail will help. Nice jump though. Well done. And here's some of the step sequence. You can see depth of edge, good flow here on that bracket. Good soft knees as well. So some really nice skating skills with this skater. Didn't use it all the way through the program. We saw it in the step sequence. And then the final spin, change combo spin at the end of the program comes in at level 4. Flying sit spin was level 4, and steps were only level 2. So losing some points on that area. And I think, again, the pockets out a little bit. He tried to put them back in a couple times. So how do you skate and try to do that at the same time? So that was, I think, a little distracting for him, and I think for us as well. Short program score 46.65 for Sylvain. That'll put him currently into 15th place.
Now we're going to do the warm-up. The following skaters right now take the ice for a 6
The final
minutes
group
warm-up.
will take to the ice for their warm-up. 6 skaters.
Lauren
Finish the men's short program, and I'll step aside, join you again when we have 1 minute left in the warm-up.
Nikita Kozlov, Kazakhstan. Juan Lorenzo Ruiz, Spain. Skaters, there is 1 minute left in this warm-up.
Well, 1 minute left in the warm-up for group number 4, the final group in the men's short program. We have Miko Seo from Korea, former world junior champion and world silver medalist, junior world silver medalist in first. Patrick Blackwell from the United States had a wonderful program as well. He's in second. Dennis Krugelov of Belgium had a brilliant skate. He finds himself in third at the moment. Caleb Farrington of the United States in fourth, and Ryoto Mori of Japan in fifth. But other than Minku, it is very close, very tight. And as we always say, it'll come down to the free, of course.
Gentlemen, your warm-up has ended. Please leave the ice. Thank you.
Final 6 skaters in the men's short program here on day 1 in Baku. The women's short program will follow this event. And Mark Hanruddy will be joining me about midway through that event. There
Next to skate.
is our first skater.
Boran Liu from
17-year-old
China.
Boran Liu from China. This is his first Junior Grand Prix event. He recently placed 7th at the Asian Open. He's choreographed by Hanji Gao, or coached by Hanji Gao and choreographed by Han Yan. He'll skate the short program to Bolero. Boren Liu from China, 17 years old. What a great basic skating skills this young man has. You can see him pound out maybe a cramp at the end of that program. Jumping skills were good, but his skating skills superb, and spins as well. We'll take a look at some of those elements. That was solid. Another nice young talent coming from China. We've talked often about the depth of skating in that country, and we'll see many new skaters come into the Junior Grand Prix and progress into seniors. And they're just getting stronger all the time. Let's take a look at some of these elements here. Here's the triple lutz, a little bit on the inside edge takeoff, under rotated perhaps. Fights really hard to get up into that triple toe loop, but it's under rotated on both the lutz and the toe loop in the judging system. There's that bracket. He steps right off the end of the edge here, glides right up into the air. Nice flow. Into a twizzle. So he keeps the transitions into and out of the elements. Look at that back camel. Takes flexibility and strength for that position there. And really nice positions all the way through this program. Let's see here the triple loop. Some nice steps coming in. Straight in the air, all the way around. And then just a little bit too far forward. Buckles at the knee and has to put the hand down, reducing the base score by losing a couple points off the quality. Look at the depths of edges, just super. Fast twizzles, there's a loop. So lots of wonderful skills in this skater, much more to come. And right there, then after that, I think he cramped up a little bit.
The scores, please.
Short program scores for Boren Liu from China.
Boren Liu, China, has earned a
52.75. Now that'll put Boren currently into 12th place. So he made some mistakes here or there, but overall this young man's basic quality of skating skills and positions are really solid to start his junior Grand Prix career.
Next to skate, representing Slovakia.
Our next competitor represents Slovakia, 18-year-old Dmitry Rudenko. Second junior Grand Prix season. He had a 20th and 21st place finish last year on the junior Grand Prix. He has a 53.95 personal best last season. 18-year-old Dmitry Rudenko from Slovakia finishes his short program. And kind of a good choice of music for this young man is this sort of, not rock, but, you know, just sort of loose skating a little bit. And it didn't matter so much about the posture, the detail, although in the end of the day it does matter from an overall perspective. But kind of the right music for where he's at for development. There's the triple lutz, does a 3-turn into the double toe loop. Good save on that. And there's a spread eagle. So you see him come down, double axel. Some nice steps, nice transitional steps into that element. There's a twizzle really fast with a back cross under in the bracket. He's working the step sequence, but I think that is only in at a level 1, so not enough of the required turns and clusters and detail that step sequence requires to get up to a level 2 or 3 or 4. The flying sitzman at the end of the program in at a level 4 as well. So only 2 of the 7 elements are losing a very small amount on the GOE, and the rest are either zeros or slightly above. So not a lot of quality deviation one way or the other.
Dmitry Rudenko, Slovakia, has earned the short program
49.94, that is 14th for Dmitry Rudenko from Slovakia.
Brings him to the 14th place. Next to skate, representing Latvia, Yanis Snotens.
Janis Nothens, 15 years old, from Latvia, second Junior Grand Prix season. He was 18th and 19th last season on his 2 Junior Grand Prix. He has a 50.44 personal best, earning that last year in the short program. And he'll skate to Sound of Silence by Disturbed.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping.
Representing Latvia, Janis
Noltens,
Noltens.
Latvia.
Finishes his short program, just 15 years old. And good experience gained here. Passionate to the music, that worked for him quite well. And again, another good example of a jumper. He's very strong, very powerful, but refinement needs some work, as most of these juniors need. As actually, all of them do, no matter how good they are. It takes a long time to work on those small little details that make the difference in GOE. We take a look at the triple Lutz, gets all the way around, triple toe loop, fights it off, and does a little choreography on that landing, but it'll be minus GOE, and that triple loop gets whipped around with the shoulders. The double axel comes off some steps, so that was good. Head down a little bit, hands just sort of hanging a little bit. Those are the types of small details that the judges will notice. It's what they're trained to do. It makes a difference in the GOE, the quality of some of these elements. It's important, you know, for these young skaters watching this to break down those details that you never really think of when you're skating, because you don't really look at your hands or you don't look at your toes, but somebody tells you about them. But then it's hard to relate what the person's saying to what it's feeling. And so watching these young skaters is such a good thing to start to see the details that are needed to be at the top.
Janis Noltens, Latvia, has earned the
Short program
national
score is
score
55.86 for Janis Noltens of Latvia,
which currently
and that'll put him
brings
currently
him
into
to
10th place.
Next to skate.
Our next skater represents Georgia. Konstantin Supatashvili, 17 years old, third Junior Grand Prix season. He was 31st last year at the Junior World Championships. And he has a 63.99 personal best at Worlds last year in the short. He'll skate to Fire by Gavin DeGraw.
Oh, if there's one thing to be taught, the streets are made to be caught, and friends can never be bought. Doesn't matter how long it's been, I know you'll always jump in, 'cause we don't know how to quit. Let's start a riot tonight, a pack of lions tonight. In this world, he who stops won't get anything he wants. Play like the top 1% till nothing's left to be spent.
Konstantin Subatashvili, Georgia.
From Georgia, 17-year-old Konstantin Subatashvili finishes his short program, does some pretty good jumping passes, weak perhaps in the spins. We'll take a look at some of the quality there and the basic skating skills as well. But that's the stage of development that this young man is at. Let's take a look here. Double axel, nice and straight. That was easy. Good straight, good posture, good straight. Free leg on the landing. There's the triple loop, a little bit outside the circle, but he gets the free leg back in time. That was great work. And right here, here's the triple Lutz. And puts the pick in, triple toe loop. Gets that done. Slow, no question. But just wanted to get it done. And that's the speed that he needs at this moment in time. There's a little Choctaw. There's a little counter, twizzle. Lots of little details in that step sequence, but that's only in at a level 2. So missing some turns in there for sure. There's a flying set at the end of the program with level 4 of difficulty. Most of the elements are in the positive, but just barely, and 2 are in the minuses, so some work to do on those details that I keep talking about that affects the quality.
The scores, please. Konstantin Subatashvili, Georgia.
56.73 for Konstantin, and that will put him currently into 8th place. 2 skaters to come.
To the 8th place. Next to skate, representing Kazakhstan.
Our next skater represents Kazakhstan, Nikita Kozlov, 16 years old. He's going to skate the short program to Billie Jean.
She was born like a beauty queen from a movie screen. Said, oh man, what do you mean by the one who would dance on the floor around? She says, I am the one who would dance on the floor. Said her name was Billie Jean. She caused a scene. Every head turned with eyes that dreamed of being the one who would dance on the floor and around. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking your girl's heart. Mother always told me, be careful who you love. Careful what you do before the lie becomes the truth. Billie Jean is not my love. She's just a girl. Send her
Nikita Kozlov, Kazakhstan.
16-year-old Nikita Kozlov from Kazakhstan finishes his short program here in Baku. One skater to come. Had some struggles in the spins for sure. He's quite tall, so he's grown a lot in just a little while, and so that poses a challenge for those spins to keep the flexibility and strength as your body continues to grow. There's the triple toe loop up into the second triple toe loop. Didn't get up high enough or fast enough in rotation. That goes down as an under rotation. There's a triple loop. That's under rotated. Slips off the heel of the blade. That is a hard fall. Double axel though. Nice. And you can see just trying to get in that sit position. He does in the program, but his spins are all level 2. Well, he flies his spin level 4, but the other two spins level 2, and so are the steps. So some work to be gained, or to be done, to gain those extra levels on the spins, but that takes a lot of flexibility and strength and a lot of time spending to spin, because mostly these young men, same thing with us, same thing with myself, like to jump. Didn't want to spin too much. So you don't spend enough time on it just to get those positions. And those that do, the top skaters in juniors, have good spins, good jumps, good skating skills, and are probably starting to learn how to connect to the music, top juniors in the world. Because it's a long process as he wears his Kazakhstan scarf around the neck, or tries to get that there. There we go, we got it behind, that's it. Pride of a nation.
Discourse, please. Nikita Kozlov, Kazakhstan.
Short program scored 42.7 for Nikita, and that will put him for the moment into 20th place.
Next to skate.
Our final competitor in the junior men's short program represents Spain. 18-year-old Juan Urina Ruiz, 4th in junior at Spanish Nationals. So not a lot of international experience here. He's coached and choreographed by Laura Fernandez. And he'll skate the short program to Fire on Fire by Sam Smith.
My mother said I'm too romantic. She said you're dancing in the movie. I almost started to believe her. Then I saw you and I don't say a word, but still you took my breath, and still the things I know. There you go, saving me from out of the cold. Fire on fire, would nobody kiss with this much desire to beautiful rhythms. 'Cause when you unfold me and tell me you love me and look in my eyes, you are perfection, my only direction. It's fire on fire. It's fire on fire. When we fight like lions, but then we love and feel the truth.
From Spain, Juan Urina Ruiz, 18 years old. And this young man, in the step sequence, it was really nice to see him taking the time to do every move, a piece of choreography with the music and with the rhythm, some deep edges, so that was good. And out of the 7 elements, only one was under review. Here's the triple toe loop, gets back the free leg into the double toe. So nice work there. This was a nice jump. Running edge and the takeoff, the triple loop, the nice soft landing, beauty. Double axel, watch it goes off a little bit in the air, but hangs, gets the free leg back fast enough and holds the upper body up enough to ride that edge on the landing. And here's some of the edge, this little Lena Bauer with a little spread eagle, little knee slide, twizzle. And you can see him thinking about every position he had been taught or instructed to use and didn't rush through it. It was nice. Step sequence in at level 2. His final spin, change combination spin at level 3. So still some levels of difficulty to be gained, to gain some points. As he pulls out the Spanish jacket, I think here. As he races to get that jacket on before the points arrive. Here we go. Short program points, 46.01. Go on, that put him currently in the 20th place. Yeah, that's good. It's early stage development. You're here gaining experience. Perfect. What the Junior Grand Prix is all about.
We will continue with the junior women short
And that
program
concludes our
at
coverage of the
5:45.
junior short program. We'll take a look at the standings so far with Minku Seo in first, Patrick Blackwell from the United States second, Dennis Kugelov in third from Belgium. They were all very solid and some really close numbers after that as well. So it'll come down to, as it always does, the free program for the battle for the podium. I would say Minku Seo probably has a pretty good lead there. But for the rest, it'll be a battle. Patrick Blackwell wanting to qualify for his first Junior Grand Prix final. That concludes our coverage here of the men's short program. Up next will be the women's short program. Mark Hanratty will be joining me partway through that event. So we'll continue our chatter during warm-up sessions after that, or during that, and some more entertainment and some, hopefully, some fine skating as well. So for all of us here at the ISU, thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us or stay online and join us for the women's short program coming right up.